Hello there. Could Germany really have won World War I? I love the Great War period, the development of modern military tactics, the inception of tanks and planes, and the ever-present manly desire to charge into no man's land. But good World War I games are few and far between, so we turn to the Great War Redux mod for Hoi 4, the classic way to experience trench brutality. And it very recently had an update, completely overhauling Germany with a whole host of new gameplay mechanics. So I want to experience everything the new Germany has to offer, but with one twist. I want to hurt myself. I want to play using only completely historical German division designs and war plans. Can I win with the same awful handicaps that historical Germany had to deal with? Like the video and subscribe to find out. Also, have you seen my second channel? It's cool. Links in the description. Go check it out. Alright, here we are, the German Empire. Except it's the 1st of May 1910 and not 1936. This is the Great War Redux mod, and it has some significant updates. I last played this something like over a year and a half ago, and I really enjoy doing it with historical divisions entirely. So I want to recreate that, but with the new massive updates that have occurred for Germany. There's all kinds of new, interesting gameplay mechanics, such as Reichstag and elections, and even trying to deal with the Bundesrat, the highest body, as well as a lot more granularity in terms of the actual war. I will still be using my regular historical divisions with a bit more fine tweaking. All sources are available for YouTube members and patrons, but I'll be showing the divisions as I make them just to make it nice and clear. But look at the new focus tree, it's very nice. And we have an historical tag to show us all the things we need to do. Looks like it's all historical. There's no alt history paths as far as I can see. It looks like what we should try and rush, trying to start to get some laws, because it would appear that you can pass individual laws by going through the focuses. Look, healthcare reform. Oh boy. In the meantime, I'm going to get a little bit of infrastructure in certain states that are rich in tungsten. They've definitely kind of increased the granularity over here, which is really, really cool. And this is also going to be useful for quickly building up the factories because it's going to increase our construction speed. Oh man, what the hell? Our construction speed is so low. It's going to take me 6 months to build this. Oh my god, why? Okay, maybe I only build one level in each. This is crazy. I want to also try and get some support from other German miners. No one is supporting me, so let's try to get the Kingdom of Bavaria to support me. We have to offer them a reward commensurate with their support, develop local industry or more varied favors. We can either build a civilian factory in one of their states, okay, and get one. Build an infrastructure, okay, I kind of like that because I want to build infrastructure anyway, or lose political power and gain consumer goods. Okay, so why not just do that for wherever I actually am already trying to build infrastructure? Ooh, okay, you can actually see where those states are by hovering over them. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier to try and figure out. I don't really want to build anything in these states. That's annoying. Tell you what, let's go for Saxony and we'll say that we'll just build a civilian factory in Saxon. Oh crap, is there a time limit? I get a year. Oh my god. All right, so I think I have to start ignoring infrastructure. We'll just build that one, and then when that's done, we can at least get the civvy in Saxony. Great War Redux has a whole pile of interesting different technologies to research, which is very cool. Narrow gauge or standard gauge railways, all kinds of stuff that we need to be on top of because we're going to be fighting all over the place. And we're also going to need to keep an eye on howitzer tech as well. Whoa, we have so many research facilities. That's fantastic. What the hell? I'm so surprised. Germany sails a steady course. So it's definitely the issue is rapid urbanization, giving us quite a lot of economic malices we need to figure out, and rising unions and major strikes. Okay, so we need to get rid of that. Oh dear. Ooh, 25% monthly population gain. Hell yeah, we're going to need all the manpower we can get. Let's try and be a little bit gamey here. Let's do the constitution for Alsace-Lorraine as our first law, because it's going to add them to Bundesrat and give them points. So I'll have someone who will support future laws. That seems like a good idea, right? Okay, we're trying to pass the law in the Reichstag, and currently it says we will not pass without swaying more deputies. Okie dokie. I guess because the centrists just don't have enough. 100% of the center and 15% of the rest will vote for it. I see. You know what? I'm just going to try and pass this law. Let's just see. It says it's not going to pass. Ah, nice. You can sway deputies. Okay, very good. I'll just sway some left deputies, but it increases their popularity. I see. Right. Okay. Well, we want to increase authoritarianism, don't we? Yeah, we are authoritarian, so we might as well do the thing that just sways neutral. Yeah, let's just get more authoritarianism. Boom. And now it'll pass. Hell yeah. Damn, we're getting loads of strikers, though. We need to deal with the strikes. Oh, and also I should probably be training divisions. I just remembered. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's get some divisions together. We're really only only going to be making a ton of divisions. Current template is sort of accurate, but we'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. Try to make it as historical as possible. And there's also a Landwehr division as well as Ersatz divisions, which is weirdly stronger than the other one, which is a bit strange. But we'll talk about that later on once we get to 1914, and we need to make our actual divisions. And now to pass the law for Alsace-Lorraine in the Bundesrat with the German states, I have to use sway decisions because currently there's only 17 votes. Okay, so I think I just need a majority. Oh god, I have to do math. I have to get 29, so I need 12 points. Okay, let's get Bavaria, and there we go, the majority. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So I am gonna need to really pick up all of these points. I think I am actually gonna have to start using infrastructure to boost things, not just civilian factories, because infrastructure is 1/3 the price. Okay, yeah, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to get enough points together. Oh, the Ottomans want to buy our pre-dreadnoughts. I'm sure there won't be anything wrong with transferring 2 of our strongest battleships to the Ottomans, thus setting up a inherent alliance between Germany and the Ottomans, leading towards a direct conflict with the Entente. Of course not. There's a Circus rebellion that's going to be fermenting, and we have 30 days to put 2 ships into the Bismarck Sea. Find the Bismarck Sea. It doesn't show up. Okay, I don't know where that is. Thank you, Google. That is Papua New Guinea. There it is. I've got 1 ship. Do I have any more? Yes, I got a bunch here. Okay, go, 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 go. Yeah, we can deal with them. Give me some stability. Okay, I passed a couple laws. I think I've got this down. You get extra influence points you can use to sway people if you don't already have influence with them, or you can get influence by building infrastructure or civies in their states. Infrastructure is better because it's cheaper. Each of the individual states give you a different amount of points to pass the vote, and you only need to get 31 now that I have Alsace-Lorraine. So I constantly need to be building stuff dedicatedly in these states and these states only, with some of the ones being way better for larger points. All right, this is intense, but I can make this work. I can do this. Look at that, getting it to 31 out of 61 every time. We're passing the laws. Okay, we can make this work. We can also tackle urbanization crisis, but apparently I don't think I really want to, because the urbanization crisis gives me 25% civilian factory construction speed. So as long as I'm just only building civies, that's really, really good. I'm just gonna ignore that then. Oh, chemical warfare, you say? Don't mind if I do. I really like the focus rework. There's a real emphasis on trying to build up the high seas fleet in being. I now have to expand the high seas fleet by 4 battleships within 3 years, and I can actually add those battleships to the production line almost immediately, so that's really cool. Also, we have the Agadir crisis because I sent a gunboat. This does happen, but I believe what happens is that it just passes, and from this point, we could instigate it further, but I don't seem to have the option to do so, so I'm just gonna let that chill. Ooh, a financial crash because of the Agadir crisis. Okay, we're losing 1/5 of our gold reserves. The French have engaged in foul play. You have 1 month to back down, or else Germany will be driven off of the gold standard. Okie dokie. Historically, of course, we did indeed retreat from Morocco, so we'll just do that now. Try to fix the horrendous economic crisis we've managed to create. Ow. Oh, they really improved this. Negotiations with France and demand southern Morocco or French Morocco. The whole point is that France is trying to take Morocco as a protectorate, and we're opposing them. So basically, we want colonies if you're going to get colonies. We'll do the historical choice this time. I think there might be a way to get Britain into the Central Powers if you go for one of these, but let's do the historical option. I don't want to put Britain in the Central Powers. That would be incredibly OP. We'll secure the French Congo. Germany's disgrace. Basically, this was a huge failure for us and hurt us massively. Whoopsie. Oh, cool. More historical events. Continental drift theory. Nah, that's crazy. What's next? Tobacco is unhealthy. We can imagine that this could fit into this. That's crazy. That's just silly. Get out of here. We've had an election, meaning, laws are actually going to be easier to pass. Let's go. We can just pass those without having to sway anybody. Thank you very much. And we're going to convene a war council to think about, hey, what if a war happened? Tirpitz, Müller, Moltke, Heringen. Let us prepare. This also allows us to go a different choice between Heringen's new plan, scrap the Schleifen plan, do traditionalist planning and just sort of hit them, or do the historical option and go quantitative war planning with von Moltke. Reform strategy, expand the army, and do some reforms to the Schleifen plan. This also gives us the ability to do another vote. I'm basically just trying to rush anything that does votes. Oh, look, there's also budget changes. God damn, this is like Victoria 3. Unfortunately, the historical choice is the lame one, which gives us, what does give me some factory output, it sadly gives me civilian factory construction speed, which I don't care about as much, but I feel like trying to go to the historical choices is probably the better call. I'm assuming it's a law that I have to pass. There we go. Easily passed. Simple enough, but I have a time limit to do it. Okay. And here it is. This replaces the Schlieffen Plan with the Schlieffen-Moltke Plan, giving us a whole bunch of additional bonuses against France, Luxembourg, Belgium, and removes it from the Netherlands and Russia. Oh my god, that's interesting. The Schlieffen Plan basically was to do what the Germans did in World War II, which is to rush into the Netherlands and Belgium, and if not able to capitulate France immediately, push the fight onto there to keep the fight out of German soil. However, this plan just abandons the Netherlands, which is what happened historically. They just sort of ignored the Netherlands, got some military access, and pretended they didn't exist. No, the Titanic. Who could have imagined it? Oh yeah, Gaskrieg. Hell yeah. They definitely added a lot more that you can do as you are waiting for World War I to begin. I've mostly just been trying to pass the laws, microing my civ buildup, though it has meant that I've built civs in less efficient states to placate the miners, and I'm still getting out my army and divisions, just trying to move along and pass as many laws as possible. Also trying to get out the Conic class heavy ships. I think I need to build some more dockyards, otherwise I'm not actually going to be able to achieve it. The Berlin-Baghdad crisis has definitely had some updates. We need to calm these assholes. There goes my political power. There's the Balkan War. We're gonna stay well out of that one. Not interested in that, thank you very much. But I am interested in building super heavy battleships. Yes, good. Give me lots of armor. I think it might be time to start segueing into mills now. We're almost in 1913. I mean, that's pretty much all the way in. We've been 2 years in. It's like 1938. That's when we'd start building mills, so why not? Find the highest infrastructure states and let's just start going crazy. No, this has to be new. I can make armored cars and I can design them. No way. What? Oh, this is cool. Unfortunately, the Germans really did not make many armored cars. This one seems to be based on the BAK, which was actually the Erhard EV4. Only about 50 of these were made, and they were made towards the end of the war. And I do believe they had a one-man turret on the top because they were originally designed to be like a skyward facing artillery piece against observation balloons. That's why they were called BAK. That stood for Ballonabwehrkanone. I'm going to build this just for fun, but I'm not really going to be rolling this out into mass production because, again, it didn't really get used. Apparently, the historical choice for Question of German Identity is a diverse but united empire, which gives me daily democracy support. I don't want that. I'm authoritarian. Down with democracy. Up with Wilhelm. But I have to pick it. Historical. Oh, the raid on the Sublime Porte just happened, so now, oh boy, yeah, the Ottomans are going to have some bad times. They're still fighting in the Balkan Wars. The first Balkan War currently, it's not good for them. We also have Eastern Border Defenses, which I think, yes, allows us to get some small levels of forts. Wow, 2 forts. Okay, that's not that amazing, but hey, I'm gonna do it. Also, I can start to spend political power to actually get free military factories in various areas. I'm just gonna spend all my PP to do that. And we're gonna start to pass the Second Army Expansion Act, which gives us 3% more recruitable population and production efficiency cap. And it'll already pass. Hell yeah. And there's the end of the first Balkan Wars. Bulgaria nice and chunky. I'm sure it'll stay nice and peaceful here, right? There doesn't appear to be any focuses for the super heavy battleships that were laid down in World War I. These were the Bayern class, the super dreadnoughts. But since they do exist, I'm just going to make them myself. The actual guns are actually able to be replicated because the actual Bayern had 2 8.8s and 16 15s. And that's what these are. So I'm going to hit 838 centimeters, and we can't do that because this is actually a 46 centimeter, so I guess I'll split the difference and make it like this. I think this is reasonably accurate. Of course, it's the Bayern class, though it's actually the Obelisk after a recent patron. And we'll send a whole bunch of generals to the Sublime Ottomans. Enjoy. This one feels new, the Lehman von Sanders affair. Oh, because we've sent a military mission to the Ottomans, it's caused a massive problem. Another crisis. Yay. And there's also a Bremen school shooting. Oh my god, we're in America. So what happened is that we tried to appoint this guy to be in charge of the Ottoman army. However, we restricted the mission and made it so that he was in charge of like the inspector general and not put in charge of the full army. There we go. Yeah, it removes him and retains leadership, but it's not so important. There's just one more among the many ways that Europe almost went to war before 1914. And there's the Second Balkan War, of course, because Bulgaria just couldn't take what they were given. Oh, there we go. Sturm Panzerwagen. We did indeed do some research on it. Let's go. I love the inclusion of using the land research facilities to actually research research tanks. It's such a nice detail. And finally, the renewal of the Triple Alliance. We're gearing up now. And we've got 100% stability as well. Pretty good. Oh, new details. Look at this. Further troubles in Zaben. This is the Zaben affair, where a couple battalions in Saverne, in Alsace-Lorraine, basically were like, just stab some people. It's cool. No worries. Yeah, there it is. I think this would cause a constitutional crisis, but we're going to have the censure vote effect. We're going with the historical options here. We're trying to recreate history as best as possible. And there is the censure vote to censor the government. The votes are in. Bethman Hollweg will march on. It basically compels, he's the prime minister or the foreign chap, to resign. It's just harming. There's so many unpleasant events in this now. I'm sorry. 0.1% weekly stability loss. That's awful. For 2 years. Oh, crap, I'm sitting on a bunch of XP. We need to go up in doctrines. What am I doing? Wasting XP. You can lead by order and get more planning factor, or lead by task and get planning speed. I'm pretty certain it was lead by order for the Germans. And then trench warfare, 50% max entrenchment speed, 20 max entrenchment. Let's go. Oh my goodness, it's February 1914. We need to make our division. Oh my god, let's go. Okay, so our infantry division of 1914. This is what the game gives us. My research shows me that it's around 12 infantry battalions, 36 artillery, and 1 cavalry regiment. This should really be 2 battalions, I would say, so I've added that. And of course, it gets the NG support. Doesn't really get much else, because this is the regular first line division, sort of the base division, if you will. But we do actually need to make a stronger division. These guys actually get support howitzer. More and more howitzers get added to this division as the war goes on, but at the start it had about 18 howitzers, and the recent patches added the ability to add support howitzer. So that's what we're going to do. This just gives them a little bit more offensive capabilities, but other than that, it's still pretty much the same. But don't worry, they get a little stronger as the time goes on. The sources that I've been using, man, just the images. I had to learn how to read all of these for this. It's intense. We also need to make the Schutztruppe, which is what I forgot to make in my original German World War I video. The Schutztruppe were the sort of colonial forces that were in East Africa, and were actually the last forces to surrender in World War I, and were led by Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck, one of the coolest chaps in World War I, and he managed to defend this area pretty much the entire war. Now, what it gives us to begin with is just 2 battalions, because that's actually kind of accurate. The Schutztruppe were organized into company-sized units because they had to spread over such a wide area. But this doesn't make sense for Hoy. You can't fight with this. You have to make a sort of proper Schutztruppe. Honestly, I would say this is a lot more accurate, the Landwehr division. They also were actually mounted forces. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this, call this Schutztruppen Real, and take off 1 whole regiment to make it a bit smaller. And this is, I think, a more accurate Schutztruppen for Africa. Maybe more like that, actually. So there we go. That's the Schutztruppen. They're crappy and useless, but they do have some guns, and their whole point is to just stand there and defend and try to keep Africa alive. We really do not have enough units, unfortunately. We need to fix this. And there it is. Oh boy. Franz Ferdinand and his consort killed in Sarajevo. So I have not had enough time to prepare in the slightest. I am like 37,000 guns in deficit. I am terrified. Here is what I've got. Okay, this is the plan. I've got 2 armies with 48 regular divisions and 30 and 24 offensive divisions for the west and east, respectively. I've got 11 divisions to defend German East Africa. I've got a couple cavalry, and I've got more coming. I'm terrified, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm in danger. And there's the full July crisis. Okay. Oh, so this is gonna take 24 days to kick off, and then the war will begin. So I guess I'll just try to train my armies for at least a couple weeks just to get myself a bit more experience. Aha, welcome, Albert Einstein. A wonderful time for you to join us. Okay, this is our new plans. I've got a static line, I guess, here to defend. I'm gonna try to push into Luxembourg very quick, and Belgium with my offensive armies. And over in the east, I'm gonna try and do what happened historically, which was to attempt to close this little kind of bulge, because there's so much forested terrain here. It's a really dangerous position for us. So we're gonna try and push out through this region here, and mainly through here, to try to get to Warsaw and take that supply hub. So we're gonna take these boys here, and they are gonna go straight to Warsaw. I do not have anywhere near enough divisions. This is freaking terrifying. Yeah, I've got to move some forces from the west to the east. This is crazy. Look how thin the line is. Let's just stop training the east entirely. There it is. This is our plan. plan. Can we make this work? Our boys are kind of ready. We haven't got much entrenchment. It's the Russian front that I'm really scared about. Austria has no troops on their borders. Guys? Okay, I guess I'm going to have to cover the Eastern Front border entirely. That's great. Thank you. That's super. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. We're done. We're absolutely done. There's no troops on the border. Austria, please. All right, well, we're in it. Let's go. We're going to fund the engineering corps, and we're going to do the Schleifenmolke plan. Let's just go. This is going to declare war onto Belgium and Luxembourg, giving us a variety of bonuses for local supplies. We are absolutely going to send advisors to Austria, and I think I've got every kind of like dude that I could want. Infantry bonus. Yes, absolutely going to need that. And I guess let's just see what we can do, right? Oh, they've not actually moved. Okay, well, let's just give it a try. This game is torturing me, honestly. I'm losing my mind. Austria has fully not reinforced the northern sections. I'm begging you guys. Let's begin the offensive operations. There's not a lot we can do right now. This has at least completed our military branch, so we have mobilization speed and division defense, which is nice. Army and state is set at 0.2 and civilian government. Oh, it started a whole new thing, a balance between the Oberstheiligzang and a civilian government. We are currently at conflicting powers, and I guess there'll be like a coup if we go to OHL dominant. Okay, we just want anything that gives us military power right now, please. Like planning speed. Yeah, we're getting absolutely rinsed on the Eastern Front because the Austrians just didn't defend their border. They are now realizing that and are at least reinforcing, which is something. We are actually getting a chance to push a small amount, which is pretty good. Oh, look, the Hungary's now joined because they are actually broken up. We have 75 days to kill France, and in 150 days, we're going to get 40% consumer goods. Awesome. Yes, we need conscription. There we go. Today's summary. Germany has invaded Belgium. Okay, let's freaking go here. This is the plan. We just gotta push into Belgium like crazy. Oh, look at this. Yes, there's nothing here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, the UK has just joined. That's to be expected. And there's wartime coalition. Okay, this has created a wartime coalition completing this focus, which means we need to do pass the enabling act so that we can get rid of our horrible economy. Jesus Christ. We're crushing into Belgium. We're trying to flank in the north. We've been completely stopped at Sedan. I mean, there are billions of forts here. We're just going to have to keep hitting them just to try pin down. The Eastern Front is going absolutely terribly. Like, this is just as atrocious as it was in real life. What is this? Why is this on fire? And there's the collapse of Belgium. Okay. French capital is at risk of capture. Good. Good. That's what I like to see. I'm absolutely terrified right now. This is just atrocious. I don't know what to do. There's just so much here. Oh god, East Africa. I need to push. Hang on. They've not actually got forces here. Can I just do stuff to them? Can I touch them in inappropriate ways? Probably should have had offensive plans now that I think about it. That might have been smart. Ooh, we're just gonna click right through this event. Ooh, and we can start to think about gas as well. It's the chemist's war, but very soon we can actually get cylinders. We can choose between tear gas and poison gas. Yeah, I'm gonna be going for that sweet, sweet poison gas, my friend. Oh my god. This is terrible. We're fully falling back over here. We're getting destroyed. Are we going to try for a march to the sea kind of thing? Push towards Amiens. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking here, but this is just a full disaster at this point. This feels like I'm going to explode. But we got to try. We got to try to take Lille. Push along the north. Do something. This is tragic. I guess I'll also quickly build some forts, try and get some defensiveness over here. Is there even anything in the east? There's barely anything in the east. Please. I think the Austrians now have it covered. I think we can pull back from trying to help them too much. Let's try to actually defend our own borders. Over in the west. Okay, we are at least making some gains. Some. Excellent. My politics won't strike. Good, because we're having some problem. Okay, we are actually pushing. My boys are moving. Paris is within my sights. We're maybe trying to do some encirclements. Arras is about to fall. You don't even know what you got coming to you, France. The Eastern Front is bad. We're not gonna look at that. Okay, what, an army epidemic this early? It's only 1914, bro. They've also got a whole mission of 225 days before everything collapses. But in the meantime, we get weekly stability, which is quite nice. Yeah, we do kind of need that, so we need to maintain it. So anytime we can add 100 days to it, we're gonna do it. And there it is. The Schlieffen plan has failed. This does mean it begins the race to the sea, which we've actually already achieved early, giving us a 10% attack bonus against the UK for 30 days. And this is the thing that sort of sets everything up to being the trench warfare. We're going to maybe push a little bit more, but then I think it's going to start to settle in. Home by Christmas, minus 0.4 stab and war support. Oh, God. But we do have 15% attack. Okay, and we are right outside Paris, but I am struggling right now. We're 16k guns down. This is awful. Ooh, I haven't checked East Africa in a while. I have done very well. I managed to almost encircle people. Oh, no, we're actually in danger. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Did I just sink the British Navy? I did. I just sunk like 11 battleships, and then I sunk 4 more, including the French Pride of the Fleet. What? Just because I built like 1 billion ships? And the first carrier. Oh my God. I mean, what are they down to now? 110 ships, 300 ships. So they do still have 50 battleships. Maybe don't celebrate too soon. Ooh, we're getting massively pushed by the French. We need more troops immediately. Oh, this is a concern. Everything right now is just this sort of constant struggle to survive. And this is feeling very historical. I really wish I could crush Lidl, though. But there's the Ottomans. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, obviously that is a trouble for the eastern border, but it pushes a lot of forces away. If the Ottomans will actually do something, they might be able to push in the desert. Come on, buddy. Distract them. More victories. The glorious Christmas truce, even though it's the 5th of December. And for an end-of-year report, we have taken Lidl, but we've been stopped outside of Paris. I was kind of thinking, oh, am I going to win the war? But no, it's hard. It's real hard. We're also, we're now actually caught up with guns. Oh, let's start to make some more regular artillery then, so we can actually shoot those guns. Just trying to make some small pushes. Over in the east, we are settling into a defensive line. I'm hoping to maybe try to take back Pluk, but we'll see. Also, we get put on war economy for free, which is very, very nice. Which is going to help out a lot, I think. Yes, 3-4 lines. Give me more mills. We also get to make the German light bomber, the first planes that got made. Sadly, we don't get to do the design. The mod does not allow custom planes, but this is the historical name, the AGG2. It had a couple machine guns and 200 kilograms of bombs. It was fine. It was a decent plane. We're going to try and actually do something with bombing, and we can finally make poisonous gas. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. This does mean we can assign poisonous gas cylinders directly to our companies. But what's really weird, it doesn't do anything useful. It hurts trickleback supply use XP lots and lowers org. It doesn't increase damage. What? It just increases HP? I don't care. Well, I do have to roll this out eventually, but I'm not gonna do it just now. What the hell? And they've now added a new offensive system. You get 210-day timer and a targeted 30% bonus against France and 15 against Britain and Belgium. But I suffer when it's 15% attack everywhere else. Whoa, that's so cool. And I have to capture Verdun. Okay. There's also the Görlitz-Tarnow offensive, which happens the same thing for Russia. Well, historically, the first option was the Görlitz-Tarnow offensive, which occurred in May. So we'll wait for them and see if we can do something against Russia. Hey, and there's the event of the Lion of Africa, Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck, and we get 3 Asari Brigade divisions. Looks like I lost in East Africa. Honestly, that's just my bad. Oh, look, there are regular infantry and irregular cavalry. That would have been really good to have. Oh man, that freaking sucks. Seriously, I turned away for 5 seconds and East Africa is gone. All right, sorry. I think it's time we geared up for the proper offensive. We're not making any gains in the west. Let's move to the east and think about trying to do something to the Russians. 30 offensive divisions are going right over there. Unfortunately, it's now March 1915, which means I have to make the change. I don't want to do this. The infantry divisions were reduced from 4 regiments to 3. This was to create more individual regiments, more divisions fighting on the front without actually adding any more men. That's right, they removed an entire regiment. So that's what we're going to do. I'm only going to remove 2, and I'll remove another one later on. It's just agony, dude. It's just terrible. Offensive divisions were pretty static frontline divisions, but they also changed over time as well. So I'll do 1 removal. This is obviously terrible. It gives us loads more manpower and tons of guns, but I would have preferred the offensive power. I'm going to turn down some guns and try to get some more artillery together. Oh yeah, the Russians are crumbling. Get wrecked. We're absolutely overwhelming them. Fantastic. Yes. Hopefully this will thin out the line in the south, and maybe we can actually start to do some pushes. Ooh, didn't realize there was a strait there. That's not so good. Ruh-roh. Yeah, the Russians just aren't really reacting super well. The north is just collapsing, and they have not really engaged super much. Like, what are you guys doing? I'm just rampaging across your countryside. But there goes Italy joining the war. It's not so good. Well, let's just try and take as much pressure off of Austria as possible. Oh, we even got a big encirclement in the west. That is amazing. Yes. Ooh, the August Revolution in 1915. Pretty sure that was meant to be the October Revolution, but I think I may have just ended Russia because, oh my god, because we've just done so so well here. Can I please? I have 27 days to get these little bits of Poland. Come on, guys. Come on. You can do... Oh, there goes Serbia. Serbia is dead. This means we can finally push. Here we go. Look at this. Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, off Lenin goes to cause some troubles. Please go ahead, buddy. Ooh, we are getting hit very aggressively in the west, and we're just about to run out of manpower as well. Hopefully we'll get some more manpower from conscript the Poles, but I can go up to extensive conscription if I need to. I'm just trying to avoid it. Come on, boys, you can do it. Let's just see if we can just directly push the... almost call them the Soviets. The Russians out. Let's just go straight to Petrograd. And Bulgaria sending us 12 divisions. Ooh, very good divisions as well. I will take them. Thank you. You can go right on the front line. And there it is. The first time in its entire history, Petersburg has been captured. Oh my God. Let's go. And there's the winter. Okay, so we have a mission to survive the winter, I think. The winter of frustration. It's 500 days. Oh, God. What do I need to do? I need to win the war before... Okay, that's terrible. Ooh, my game just froze. Hello? Okay. Okay. That is a Bolshevik coup in 1916. All power to the Soviets. Now, we are still technically thus at war with these guys, which is not ideal, but I do believe we peace out with them very shortly. Oh, that's nice. God damn, we are just ripping through the Eastern Front now. Georgian government has come seeking protection. We can puppet them. Oh, come on over, buddy. Oh, and there's even more of the British fleet destroyed. We're absolutely wrecking them. And there's the peace treaty. Now, we are absolutely destroying them. They are getting destroyed completely, have no stability, no equipment. But it's going to take years to push through all of Russia because they are barely close to surrendering. Only 30%. I'm going to have to go all the way to the Urals. I am not fighting them. Let's do a bloody truce because that's going to be fantastic. And we could puppet all these like Polish countries. I don't wanna. I'm gonna occupy them this time. Let's just go direct occupation. Screw you. I'm gonna eat you. Still haven't finished the war. I really would like the war to finish now. They're just not doing it. I don't know why. Please, could you capitulate? Oh, right. The armistice gets broken, doesn't it? Yeah. With the Bolsheviks withdrawing from negotiations, a three-pronged offensive pressuring Russia to reconsider the stance or face territorial losses. This forces a puppet. Ah, that's lame, but I want you to directly occupy it. That is really annoying. No, we will not play as Poland. And there it is. They've resumed the negotiation table. Ah, that's so annoying. I specifically said I wanted to occupy them, and it just ignores me and forces me to have them as a puppet. Okay, and there it is. Okay, beautiful. The Eastern Front is over. Soviets can have all the fun they like, because now we're going to rock up to the west. Just look at that. Thousands of divisions on the line. Engage. Let's just push. All automatic push. I want to see it go. We've even got planes. Well, not many planes, but at least some. They've actually got lots of planes. Whoa. Oh, there goes Romania joining. Austria, please do something. You can handle this on your own, right? Surely. Oh, we should actually do the Verdun offensive because this would give us 30% attack bonus. What am I doing? I'm putting everything I have on the Western Front and I forgot to hit the bonus. I may be an idiot, guys. But there we go. We're just going to do battle plans, and I'm doing targeted attacks with my offensive units. In 1917, we're going to have to reduce our divisions even more, so I really, really want to try to kill them as quick as possible. Oh my God, they have 1,300 fighters. What? Oh no. I'm still so confused why I would ever add poison gas cylinders. They literally make the division worse in every way. I'm very confused. F for Franz Joseph. F. And here comes the new government. Looks like we've resigned and formed a military government. Okay. Doesn't seem to have a lot of changes. And there's David Lloyd George. We are actually really struggling to do any kind of serious push because they are actually quite strong. There hasn't really been much movement on this front in over a year, but you know what? Let's see if we can do some crazy stuff over here. Let's just see. Oh, we're right by Paris. Oh, please let me take Paris. And we can now do combined arms, losing all of our entrenchment bonuses, but gaining that division speed and breakthrough. I'm going to take it. It's really dangerous because if you take that and then end up in the defensive, you're going to get wrecked because it's kind of like the thing that moves into World War II type doctrine, but we are moving here. We're starting to win in the air war, which is incredible. I believe in us. And there's the fall of Paris. Oh, completely cleared of civilians. A victory for the fatherland. Wait, does that make the peace? That does. It pieces out. Okay. France is no longer able to fight against the German Empire. The current command of the French army requested a truce. The war is over. They'll pay the prices demanded by the victors, or this is not the end. War truce will not be available. Any interwar content prepared will not work properly. That's fine. We will finally, the war is over. The Entente surrenders. What are you going to give me, my friend? Ooh, an anti-Bolshevik army in the north. We're not going to touch that. Elections postponed by the Reichstag. Okay. So what's, oh, the armistice has 3 days left. Territory territorial reparations of France. They failed in every front line by our forces. There is no room for the French to keep the fights on. We are forced Poles to retreat. Take all east side of the Maas. Incorporate Brienne and Turn. Oh, we can only do a little bit. I wish I could take all of it. I think this is the best one. It's just that this one makes me lose Meath and Mosul, but I'll do a little from each. Okay, not too bad. Very cool. And there's the peace. Okay, let's take a look at our new borders. We have a puppet Belgium, and we took a tiny stretch of Alsace. All that blood and all that loss for this. Okay. Oh, no, it's okay. There's still the Frankfurt Peace Conference. Good God. And now I get the event again. Incorporate Brienne and Gendarmerie. Oh, this is... What? Give me it all, I guess. Oh, I can keep doing it. Calais? Flanders? Why are you striking? Stop. We're winning. We've just won the war. What do you care? Okay, there it is. The Copenhagen Convention. Do a convention in neutral Denmark to allow for the creation of a peacekeeping counterpart, creating the post-war economy and economic recovery. Decision of Åland goes to Sweden. I'm just messing with things now. Kenya awaits. Oh, yes. Middle Africa. Oh, look at that. And Wilhelm is a different portrait. Okay, and I guess this is now the Kaiserreich universe. We can form Ostasien. We can form Middle Africa. Oh, that is incredible. We did so good. We won the war. And all it took was absolutely breaking the backs of the Russians way early. That was very cool. I like that a lot. And I'm really glad that I didn't have to fight them in 1917. Because in 1917, this is what it would have looked like. And it would have been really bad. I would have at least been able to add stormtrooper sections and gas cylinders, as well as flamethrowers to my offensive divisions, but that doesn't matter. We have won. It's May of 1917, and it's Kaiserreich time. Historical divisions, surprisingly, are pretty good. You just have to really push. Thank you very much for watching. Do be sure to leave me a like and a comment down below suggesting what you'd like to see on the channel in the future. Definitely check out my second channel, Aldrahill. We have non-Hoi videos. And thank you to all the YouTube members and patrons who so wonderfully and graciously support this channel and whose names you will see shortly. Bye-bye.